What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, a bit of a warning here. I am about to rant. And if you have kids watching, send them in the next room. Um, been hearing some chatter all over the internet, and this is something new to me. I don't usually react to drama. I don't really talk about drama on here, but today I want to talk about fandoms. And with this understanding, or with this topic, I should say, I want to understand, or I want you to understand that in any fandom, whether it be, comic books, whether it be Star Wars, whether it be, movies, I don't want to be specific, but whether it be comics, whether it be movies, whether it be, any fandom, even even anime here, right? There's going to be some toxic fans, okay? There are fans that are going to get really hyped up because they really love a show and they really love the characters and yada 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 blah blah blah. You've heard it all, okay? You've heard this from your favorite internet personalities, your favorite content creators. You've heard this, okay? So now the question is what am I referring to? I'm referring to a series called Gachikata or Gachiakata, okay? Good anime. A lot of people like the manga. Good characters, good story. I don't need to tell you about it. I already reviewed it for you guys. Here's the thing. This past week, I have heard all over the internet, all over the interwebs, whatever you want to call them, on YouTube, that the creator of Gachiakata essentially left Twitter because the fandom for this series, and I don't even think I want to be nice, but basically bullied her off of Twitter. That's what I'm going to say. They bullied her off of Twitter. Why? Because she didn't acquiesce. I know it's a big word, but she didn't acquiesce to what they wanted for her characters. And let's be clear. Let's stick to that point. Her characters. Okay? This video is also going to be a PSA, public service announcement, but bear with me here. Okay? So the fandom, the fans that like this show, the fans that like the manga, the fans that, they go out and they put the fan art on Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever the heck you want to call the thing. Because she did not acquiesce to what they believed or what they wanted to see in her characters, keyword, her characters, they somewhat bullied her off of Twitter. Okay? If I'm getting this wrong, you can definitely let me know in the comments below, but here's my little take on it. Again, I don't do this. I don't like clickbait. I don't like reacting to this, but this to me is sick. This is crazy. So let me understand this. It is, let me check my invisible watch here, my invisible chronolyzer here. The year is 2026, right? And you can't just go out and love things because, oh, I don't know, you love them. Now, granted, throughout history, throughout fandom, there's been things you like, there's been things you don't like. But in my opinion, it was all harmonized, okay? It was, okay, you didn't like, since we're talking about it, okay, so you didn't like Gachiakata, but you liked this other anime, and it was fine, right? And fans usually you would get into a debate, maybe of why didn't you like Gachiakata? Like, what was it? Was it the characters? Was it the story? Was it the music? Maybe, I don't know, right? Okay. Now, now we've gone so far as to say, oh well, I want the these characters to quote unquote ship, and I want them to be together, right? Or because these characters are shipped together, that must mean the artist thinks a certain way or supports something. No. No. See, this, I'm trying to refrain from using woke, and I'm trying to refrain myself from yelling. See, I'm going to say it like this, and I've been thinking about this all week. I've been thinking about how I wanted to say this. So I'm just going to say it. Look, we are in the age right now of independent stories. Okay? We are in the age of, you want to go out there, you want to create a story, do it. If you're into shipping, if you want a certain character or a certain what have you, okay, we all know about fan fictions. Fan fictions have been criticized for the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, maybe going on back further than that, okay? But there's fan fictions where if you want to take existing characters and create your, you know, twisted story, whatever, fine, okay? Or here's an idea. Um, it's actually a really great idea. How about make your own story? Not with these characters from Gachiokata or anybody else. Why don't you create your own story? I know it's unbelievable, isn't it? What? Creating my own story? You're saying I can do that? Yes. It's called creativity. It's called using your imagination. It's called hey, I want a story. Hey, I have a story that I want to put out to the world. I want to write it. Okay? Now, I'm also not saying, like, you know, art, because there are people that will criticize art and say, oh, I wasn't a big fan of this artist, or I wasn't a big fan of this, or whatever. And that's okay. I've said many times on this channel that your opinion counts. If you have an opinion, okay, fine. But understand that it is your opinion, okay? That you don't go projecting your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas onto someone's work or someone's uh, already created stuff. Because here's the simple truth of it, you're ruining it for everybody else. Now, personally for me, I like Gachiakata. I thought it was pretty good. What I think is also cool is that the artist, the mangaka or the manga writer, the creator, if you go that route, was actually very interactive with her fans and really, loved talking to them until a certain um, group of the fandom started harassment, and harassment is not good. It is not a good idea. So, how did we get here? That is my question. How did we go from just how did we go from just enjoying the stuff that we love? Excuse me. How did we go from just enjoying the things that we love to now we have to go and we have to, I mean, nitpicking's already been a thing, or, you know, you know, being extremely critical has always been a thing. But when did we go to now projecting? Now, I've said this before, that one of the greatest things about anime is that you don't the characters don't have to look like you. For instance, I'll use Goku as a good example. Goku doesn't have to look like me for me to relate to Goku or sympathize with Goku. Vegeta doesn't have to look like me in order for me to really like Vegeta and say, hey, you know what? He's a cool character. I relate to that, not because I'm prideful, but because I want to get stronger like both Goku and Vegeta, right? Or maybe there's some semblance in your life of where you feel like Vegeta and you're like, hey, I got to catch up to my best friend, or I got to catch up to my brother because of whatever, right? Okay. So that's what I've said about anime. Is anime is really cool because they have their own characters and you can relate to them because the stories they tell. So why is there a need to be, well, they have to look like me, or they have to think the way I do in order for me to relate to them. Now, isn't it enough that you're watching the show, that you like the character, that the character speaks to you, that it means something to you, that the story means something to you? Isn't that enough? Or do we have to keep digging this hole, keep going down this rabbit hole of, you know, identity and gender identity and all this stuff? I thank you for listening this long if you get the point that I'm trying to make here. The thing about it is oh yeah, and one other point I wanted to make is, we've heard in the past about quote unquote cyberbullying and stuff like that. So let me ask you this question. So are you telling me that if a regular person gets cyberbullied off the internet, that's a bad thing, but when a creator such as this creator who created Gachi Ukata, when she doesn't quote unquote do what you want her to do with her creation, so then it's okay to bully her off the internet? Is that what I'm getting here? Because that is creepy, wrong, and somewhat sick. Okay, here's the thing. I know I'm hitting a bunch of different points here. Bear with me, okay? There was a time, okay? I've said this many times. I'm a 90s kid, okay? The internet was a thing, yes, okay? But social media, we've gotten a lot closer. Social media, depending on what platform you use, you you can say basically whatever it is you want to say. And you have no repercussions because you can change your name, you can use different profile pics, whatever. But basically, everything you want to say, anything you want to say, you can get away with now because I guarantee you, all this crap, all this quote unquote shit that has been slung at this anime creator to essentially force her, even though she was trying to be the bigger person, and leave Twitter and say, hey, you know, the X is getting a little bit crazy. I'm gonna back away. And you know what? I hope she comes back. Now I don't know if she's off of Instagram because I heard she has an Instagram. I don't have Instagram, but I hope she stays. Don't give them an inch. Either way, either way, I guarantee you all this stuff that has been slung at this anime creator or this manga creator, guess what? You wouldn't say it out in public. You wouldn't say it directly to her. You hide. This is what you do. You hide because you won't say it out loud. Okay? So here's the thing. man, I'm actually enjoying this. This feels liberating. Here's the thing. It's one thing to be critical of her work or her art style and say, hey, it's just not for me. It's another thing to harass her because the characters that she created don't, they don't flow the way that in your mind they should flow. Let me say it like that. So here's the thing, okay? This might come off as rude. This might come off as mean. This may come off as not like me. But I'm going to say it, okay? You got your opinions? Good for you. Keep them. Keep your opinions. You got your opinions? Good. But here's the thing, okay? The way I see it is you got two options. One, you can criticize in a respectful manner and say, hey, I wasn't really into the anime because of, for whatever reason you have. Or you can watch the anime and say, hey, you know what? I liked it, but for this reason, I didn't like it. Maybe it was pacing, whatever. Actually, you have three options. Maybe you have more. I don't know. Forget the options thing. Anyway, my whole point is sit down and shut up. You understand? I was trying to leave the F word out of it. But sit down, shut the fuck up. Okay? Maybe, maybe, and I've been doing this a lot lately, which is why you guys have gotten less videos. Go outside. Go outside. Go hang out. Get off the internet. Go read manga. Go watch anime. And guess what? And your friends, your friends that feel the same way that you do, go talk to them about it. But I guess what I'm saying in a way, don't ruin it for the rest of us. Okay? Got it? Good. Sorry for the rant, guys. I just heard about this and I thought it was completely unfair on how the fandom, the anime fandom, or the Gachiakuta fandom treated the manga creator, and I wanted to say something about it, and I actually feel a lot better. I actually do. Yeah. Just, I'll end this video by saying, sit down and shut the fuck up. That's all you gotta do. Sit down, shut the fuck up. Got it? Get it? Good. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.